Hey, GTI fans! Welcome back to another episode of D&D live stream. Yes, we are live streaming D&D Sunday live stream coming at you, and we have our own flair and style. Yeah, we have some old antiquated software that you might see up on the screen right now, but it works for us, and it'll work for showing what's happening, and it'll still feel like D&D. So this is actually map tools that can be downloaded. It's an open source map tool from maptools.net, and you'll see that in the live stream comments down there. So you're free to go there, check it out. You can see they have a huge community, fantastic tool, lots of people contributing to it, lots of different add-ins and frameworks that they're making. This is an older version. They're currently running a newer version, but go check out both. They are fantastic ways of connecting up your party together in live stream, or just connecting up online and running a D&D campaign. Today, we are going to be running a campaign that I've developed called Sunderd Earth, and it is based on roughly about the year. We're not really sure. We know it's quite a few years, thousands of years in Earth's future, and there was a cataclysm in our near future, which caused the whole Earth to get sundered. And that's basically, other than that, we know from the cataclysm it produced magic. So magic was introduced into the world. Basically, the world itself is just a floating mass of debris and Earth just kind of swirling around an anomaly in the middle of it, which seems to be slowly sucking in bits, and every once in a while more stuff kind of enters into the sphere of what used to be the Earth. Currently, the characters are on one of these little floating islands in a little town, and they are kind of, I wouldn't call them shunned or outcasts. They're still part of society. They're just kind of a little bit down on their luck. Some of them maybe not, and that'll be their stories. As you can see, the tokens move around. You guys should be able to see all that stuff, and I know it might be hard to see everything, but I can zoom the map out when needed. And let me just bring this up really close here. So that's all very interesting. Let's see what's going on.
I just got a notification that it's
okay.
a live stream.
Okay, guys. So yeah. I'm gonna minimize that because that's whatever. Okay. So today, you can see everyone's chatting away, and they can't hear me because I'm not actually talking to them right now. Oh, yeah, I'm cruel. Okay, folks, so I was talking to all the folks at home. All the players were sitting in mystery, listening to me, and saying, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. That was on purpose. So today I am going to start the characters off. They start off in a little town called Backwater. Yeah, it's really intuitive, isn't it? Yeah. And they're starting off in an inn. The inn is quite a nice little inn, actually, for the backwater it's in. And they actually are in need of some assistance right now. And the ostler, the innkeeper, actually is going to be talking to them. So, Ostler comes up to you guys and he says, "Hello!
Hi, hello.
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 Blessings of the day upon you. May we assist you?
Yeah, he actually seems quite friendly and outgoing. And because I can't type so fast, this is all going to be captured in the live stream anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop typing now and I'll just talk. So Ostler then says, well, greetings to the inn here in Backwater. We recently, I noticed that you guys are kind of not really socializing with the rest of the local townsfolk here. So I'm assuming that you're probably from maybe the big city by the look of it. You're definitely not from the village here, are you?
We're not. No.
What are your names? Where are you from?
My name is Norman, and this is Dingling.
Hi, hello.
Hello, Norman and Dingling.
I am called by most Skaha, the dancer.
Mirabilis.
Hello, Skaha Mirabilis. What's your name, fellow? As he points down to the little mini gnome.
Hello?
Okay, well, good to meet you all. This fellow beside me has a bit of a conundrum. His name is Bob. And he was hired by me to actually investigate a problem that we're having with some of our recycling materials going missing. And we all know how much of a crime that is to actually, steal recyclables. So what I'm going to do is I will extend the offer of employment that I extended to Bob to you guys also. Basically, I will give each of you 25 gold coins, and you can stay here for 2 nights and have meals on the inn if you find and retrieve all the manure that was stolen last night.
Manure? Why manure?
Well, because everyone needs it for their crops. It's super important. What are you talking about? Why manure?
Aye, that makes sense.
For 2 nights, you said?
Yeah. So if it takes you longer than that, then, you'll have to start paying.
Where are you keeping them?
Where am I keeping what?
The recyclables, the manure.
Well, normally it gets stored over in the shed, and that shed, it gets stored beside the stables down connected to the inn here, and it was all getting piled up beside the stable in a big pile to be loaded into the cart and distributed amongst the farmers. And yeah, was gone in the morning before we could put it into the cart and get it distributed. So we need you to investigate why that's gone missing.
All right. How long was it left unattended for?
Overnight.
Okay.
How big was the pile? How much space did it take up?
Oh, it would have easily filled a wagon.
Dear Jesus!
How'd they carry that? Is that wagon missing?
No, the wagon's not missing. That's the weird thing.
Okay. Any tracks on the ground?
Well, he has no idea. That's your job. Are you guys willing to accept this offer? 25 gold pieces apiece, 2 nights and meals while you're here for those 2 nights.
I'm willing to at least. I'm willing to have a look around at least. See if
I
there's
like the
anything
idea
obvious.
of meals. But looking for a big pile of shit. No. Feces. Doesn't work.
Where's your spirit
is
of veg?
important.
So is that a no or a yes?
I would indeed be intrigued by such a
Have to follow
quest.
these guys anyway.
I have never tracked manure before.
I'm willing to have a look around.
Looking around sounds like a good idea to start.
Norman, I'll come with you.
Okay, so Bob's like, oh, great. Thank God I have somebody to help me. And he starts helping you guys. He automatically just starts helping you guys with like your bags and stuff and starts picking them up. And he's like, well, let's go. And Bob starts going.
Norman will follow him.
Me too. Oi, Bob. Be careful with my stuff.
Alright.
It's got a lot of beer in it. Ale.
So it was right over here. Now, I'm just going to say as a DM right now, folks out there, this map was yoinked off the internet, and it is by an artist called Rivera. It's like 12 years old now, or 11 years old. You should be able to. I couldn't find links to his site. I don't know if they still exist or anymore. I have no idea even where I've had this for so many years. I don't even know where I got it from. So, yeah. But thanks, Rivera, for making this beautiful map for us. Anyway, back to Bob. Okay, guys. This is where the innkeeper said the pile was.
This is where the pile was.
Yep.
Please stand back from the area that I may search it without having your footprints added.
Aye.
Okay, guys. So basically, you do have a bunch of options here. Now, what would be some of the things that you think we should start, or you guys should start, how to investigate this?
Do we
Unless I
see any
see many small footprints, it was not carried away by kobolds in small buckets. So I would assume that we would find wagon trail marks from the wheels.
So you think there's going to be tracks, and Norman thinks there might be traps.
No, I said tracks.
Tracks? Okay. So the consensus is you want to look for tracks. Okay.
And see if anything else is missing, I suppose.
What about the drunken dwarf in the inn? Is he coming with you guys?
Oh,
Aye.
Ding-a-ling.
I want to do.
Somebody go get Dingling. I think he passed out.
Help me up, please.
Hey. I have an idea.
I'll help him up. Do I need to make a strength check?
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a strength and endurance check.
Is this aid another?
Yeah, you know what? Give him. Why don't you aid him with an endurance check, and then Dingling, try and make an endurance check to stop yourself from reeling and stand up. So Norman, make a aid check. There you go.
Oh,
Natural 20.
I have an idea.
And
Make a check.
he actually got a +2 from Norman, so that would have been an 18, and you managed to stand up. So there you go. You can walk outside now. Go join your friends.
And I
Or-
just
or-
learned
or
how to
acquaintances.
do an endurance check.
Okay, getting back down to where the investigation is taking place.
Oh, look at me. Oh,
So, you guys want to start by looking for tracks, do you? Okay.
oh.
I would suggest each of
I have a
you.
potion.
You got a potion?
I have a potion. I can talk to ants.
You made a potion of ant talk?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to look for ants then?
I can ask the roaming ants where they went.
Oh, very interesting. Do you think ants like manure?
Are there any ants here?
Well, roll perception check for anyone that's searching for ants.
And would there be an ant hill around here? Because if it isn't an ant hill, I might not have seen anything.
Well, you roll perception check to see if you can find one.
I'm not involved.
Well, it looks like only Skaha and Norman are looking for ants, and neither of them find one.
Okay.
Jalek, you didn't find one either. Sorry.
Is the innkeeper with us?
No, he went back inside.
Okay. Does it look like there's anything else stored here aside from the manure?
As you guys are looking around, you're not sure. Looks like one of the merchant's teamsters comes out and goes, "Oh, excuse me, guys. Come on. I got to get by here and make sure the horses are okay." Comes in and goes into one of the stalls there.
Anybody else think that is suspicious?
I do.
What time of day is it? What's he?
It's mid-morning. You guys just had breakfast.
So we make insight checks?
Well, you can anyone that wants to search for tracks, if that's what you guys are wanting to do, then do that. Now, keep in mind, the more people that search, the better chance you have at finding them, right?
I'm gonna break off of the group and go and talk to the guy that went into the stall.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
The teamster turns around and goes, "Oh, you startled me."
I'm so sorry about that. I am a little bit queasy and drunk.
Oh, well, don't puke on me. Go over to the other side of the stall.
Don't worry, don't worry. All I'm here to do is ask you a few questions.
So Dingling is going to ask some questions. Getting back to the rest of the party here, they wanted to look for tracks, right?
I made a roll for that.
Anyone who is searching for tracks, do a perception check, please.
I made one and I got a 13.
I also have checked.
Okay, so you had a 13, a 28, a 13, and a 14. You can't be sure. There's so many tracks going off in different directions. Unfortunately, the incompetence of the rest of the party has just confused Skaha, and you cannot determine which tracks would be the most likely to lead off into where you want to go.
I believe I will move away and
Norman will go look
check
in
the
the...
ground for small clots of manure and bedding, which would possibly have fallen off of the wagon as it was driven away.
Okay, so you want to look for a trail of turds.
Word.
I would probably myself put it at that. I was looking for hay on the highway, but as you will.
Okay, getting back to Dingling then. Dingling, what are you going to ask him?
So, where were you when the humongous pile of feces got stolen?
Why doesn't Dingling roll a diplomacy check for me?
Just a straight diplomacy?
Yep, straight up diplomacy track. The Teamster goes, oh, don't tell anyone, but I was outside last night, and it was well past when everyone had slipped into their bed. I just came outside to check up on the horses, and I saw a couple of men, kind of. I couldn't be sure because they had all this armor on. I think they were men, and they're really big, and they had these floating discs behind them, and they started taking all the manure and putting them on the discs, and I thought they were the recycler priests coming to collect the manure, so I didn't think anything of it. And now I'm just scared. I don't know.
Don't worry. I will get these people. But I will, in order, have to tell my teammates about what you have just told me. It is of the utmost importance.
Okay, well, don't tell my employer that I came out and disturbed the horses last night. He'll whip me.
I will not. And I will tell my teammates not to tell him either.
Okay, thank you.
You are very welcome.
Okay, so now Skaha wants to look for a turd trail. If Skaha is still interested in looking for that, is anyone else going to help him?
I don't know.
I will.
That'll help. Perception check?
Yeah, so anyone that's helping him, again, the more the merrier. You saw that because maybe there wasn't enough of you helping and you kind of screwed Ska up on the last search, maybe you might do a better job this time around. So, Norman, there's your check. Who else is helping? Did Skaha already roll? There he goes.
Would Link get a bonus because its eyes are so close to the ground?
Yeah, I guess being 1 foot tall can kind of help with that, eh? That's okay.
And I have a
Jalek
really good
succeeded.
smell.
Norman succeeded. And Skaha did not. It was a difficulty 18. It was actually quite difficult. So that's 2 successes, 2 fails. Now, either Bob is going to help with that, I guess. Yikes. I guess the dwarf ain't going to want to help, though, eh?
Not now.
He's not going to come out and help the party search, is he?
He will come out later to tell
okay.
everyone the information.
Oh, and Bob comes through in the clutch. And so you did find a bunch of kind of leftover turds around, but after a debate, 3 of you do determine that there seems to be a random pile of turds, the droplings, kind of heading off in a certain direction. So maybe there is a turd trail.
At this time, Dingling comes out and informs the party of what he just heard.
How fresh is it?
How are you going to check for freshness? Are you going to like touch it or like taste it?
I don't know.
Is it hard?
So you going to touch it?
Sure.
Sniff.
Well, it definitely smells like poo when you sniff it.
Okay, well, has it like turned white from the sun?
Nope.
Okay, so it's
Fresh
fresh.
Oi, everyone!
Hello? What?
I tell them all the information.
Including the part about him not wanting to be in the known to his employee for coming out and disturbing the horses.
Yes.
Did you say what time it was?
No, he did not.
It probably
Is it still there?
He is still there.
So we go ask him then?
I don't know. That's up to you.
I'll go ask him.
Okay.
Did the person not tell Dingaling about what time it was?
No, he did not.
No, he
I don't
didn't.
think so.
Obviously, Drunken Dwarf doesn't pay attention to gentlemen saying that it was 1 or 2 hours after everyone else was in bed.
Yes. I am as drunk as I can be.
Okay, so Norman goes up to the Teamster, and what's Norman going to do then?
Hello? Do I see him?
Yep. Are you going to
Hello?
talk to him?
Oh.
You startle him, and he turns around and goes, "Oh, a giant!" Ah!
I'm with the dwarf.
I don't see you with the dwarf.
Look, we're traveling together, okay? I want to ask you a couple questions.
But he already asked me questions. What? What do you want?
I was just wondering what time it was when you saw them.
He told you I
What
saw
time?
them? He told you? No! No! That... You just know! He picks up a pile of hardened poo on the ground and throws it through the door. Oh, he completely trips. He tries throwing it at Dingling, and he is so horribly, he trips, well, he kind of slips on some more dung, and while he's throwing the other dung, he misses Dingling and ends up hitting Bob square between the eyes with this hard piece of poo, giving him a point of damage.
Did no one see that happen?
Did Norman see what happened?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
outside?
he screamed, picked up a piece of poo and threw it at Dingling and missed and hit Bob. And
Do you see you hit Bob?
yeah, he hit Bob.
Hmm.
It didn't look like on purpose though, but yeah, he kind of. That might be a problem. Anyway, so I guess we'll take a quick rest. Let's gather all you together here. Sorry, people at home, the framework doesn't work when I do that.
Right.
Hang on, just give me a sec. Okay, so you take a quick rest. And we're going to head off, I guess, in this, along the trail of poo.
Following the poo.
The feces.
The dung.
Excuse me, I was distracted by searching within the radius of the manure that was found. Who flung poo?
Did we get his name? Dingling, what is his name?
I don't know. He's just a teamster.
I just know him as Team Master.
Perhaps we should call him he who flung poo.
That's up to you. He seemed a little pissed off at Dingling, though.
Where'd he go?
He went back into the stall.
Oi, Norman, what did you do?
Okay, so
I asked him what time he saw them at what time of night. How late it was.
Obviously, there's a misunderstanding. Because I told him that I would tell you guys.
yeah, he probably misunderstood a drunken dwarf. That's not surprising. Okay, so what is the marching order of the party going to be? Let's set this up. So I'm assuming that it's going to be the dwarf and Norman, the two front guys.
I suppose so.
Aye.
And then we're going to want, probably the ranger and Mirabilis in second, I think. Or are we going to want Jalik in second?
Polaris has 1 hit point. Is that intentional?
He's a spirit companion, so he doesn't actually get damaged, I don't think. I'd have to look that up. Okay, there we go. With Bob in the back carrying all our stuff. Okay, the fearless leader Bob carrying our stuff in the back, and we head off on the direction of the mysterious trail left behind. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab our tokens here. And I'm going to bring you onto a different map. And then I'll force you onto this map here. Okay, is it loading for you guys?
I'm loading in.
I am too.
Aye. I'm there.
Right there.
Okay, so this next part of the journey, you are going to have to try and keep sight of the trail, meanwhile negotiating difficult terrain and also potential road hazards. So it's going to require a group effort. And basically what we're going to need to start off, we need everyone to keep looking for the trail, which is going to require a perception check from everyone. So everyone make a perception check, please.
I rolled a 1.
I think I did good.
2 successes. Ah, that sucks. Okay. That is actually, you guys get a little bit lost. And that means that everyone has to make a bit of an endurance check because you're extending yourselves a little bit beyond what you normally would. Climbing and hiking, the weather is kind of taking its toll on you guys right now. It is spring, and I think it was spring, wasn't it? I think it's spring.
It
And
is early in spring. It
yeah.
is the
And rain has come up, so now the trail is getting a little bit harder to find even. It was just, it kind of sucked.
I like the rain.
Nah, I don't mind it.
Okay, did everyone make an endurance check? No, we're still waiting on Skaha. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3 successes on the endurance check. Excellent. That means that I don't even need to roll for Bob. And because the people that failed were helped by the people that succeeded, and you make it so that the extreme conditions of the trail, not really much of a trail at all, it's kind of more or less boony bashing. With the help of a bunch of the party members, the rest of the party members that can't really negotiate it that well were able to. So now you need to try and pick up the trail again. Everyone roll a perception check as you try and find the trail again. Bob's got to help. Okay, this was actually not as bad this time around. It seems to have, you found what appears to be a spot where there's a bunch of clumps of manure, and beside that is a small campfire. It looks like somebody stopped for a short bit.
So we have a look around here. See if we can find anything else.
It's up to you guys.
What?
Searching around the campfire area.
Maybe they dropped something.
Okay, so you want to search the campfire? So let's go up to the campfire area. I'll just bring you up there. So the campfire is actually up here. There's a bit of an incline around between the rocks. It's hard to see, but basically, here, I'll take Bob and I'll show you. So Bob is on the ridge line right now, traveling the ridge line. You can kind of see it.
I see.
This is all elevated along here. And along here, it's all elevated. And this goes up to a hillside. You can't climb any further up there unless you are really good at climbing. And this is a slope. So this slopes down, back down to the passable trail area. So that's the contours of the map. Okay, so while you are in the campsite searching, first of all, I want everyone to make a perception. Let's get you guys set up. How are you guys searching? Move your tokens where you want. Bob's gonna stand up on the pinnacle here.
I'll be over here.
No, we'll go over here.
I will search near the campfire and around it for an indication of people sitting, or perhaps even a bedroll, or the impression of armor.
Okay, so the campfire isn't really much of a campfire. It looked like it might have been just big enough to maybe boil a small cup of water or something, really. So I'm not even going to put it on the map. It's too insignificant to put something on there for you guys. So while you're searching, I want everyone to make a perception check. Absolutely everyone. Even if you're not searching the campsite, I want everyone to make a perception check. Okay. It looks like Mirabilis, Dingaling, and Skaha are not surprised.
Oh no, it's manure marauders.
Burrowing up from the ground. I'll bring them in. Let me just find them. A bunch of these insect type looking creatures come burrowing up out of the ground amongst you guys.
Ah!
Okay. Now, what I want everyone to do is, oh, let me get my initiative tab. I had it there. What the heck?
You want us to roll initiative?
Yes. I just got to set up all my windows properly so that the folks at home can see this. I don't have a lot of real estate. Okay, I think I got it sorted out. Let's take a look. Now I got to roll initiative for these guys and Bob. So I'll just grab all the everything I got to roll initiative for. Okay, let me do a quick sort. Oh, for some reason it started around 5. I don't know why. I'll just reset it. Do a quick sort. Okay, round 1. This is surprise round because there are a number of you that were surprised. And the people that were surprised were, let me look at really quickly here. Where is the perception list? Here we go. Okay, so Bob is surprised, Jalek's surprised, and Norman is surprised. So they don't get to actually act the first surprise round. Okay, so here we go, guys. We're going to start this fight. And it starts off with hatchling number 4. down here. Well, he goes up and scurries up the side of the rock facing there that would be considered difficult terrain, so slowing him down, but he can still make it. And then he tries clawing. Actually, no, this is surprise round. He only gets one action, so that's all he can do. He just moves. Hatchling 1. Hatchling 1, well, he has his choice of people, and let's see. Norman looks like he has the most meat on him, so let's go for him. He's going to take a claw at Norman.
I'll be right back.
And ooh. Norman's armor class is 17. That means Norman got hit. Well, Norman is the proud player to receive the first combat damage in the party.
Ow.
Okay, on to hatchling number 6. Hatchling 6 has to move. So it's actually pretty fast. 1, 2, 3. And I didn't have a clear line. Teddy's just the suit. So right now, Jalik is not in a suit, but that's fine. So Hatchling 6, all they can do is just his move. Dingaling was not surprised, were you? I think you actually made it, didn't you?
Aye.
Okay, Dingling gets one action in surprise round. One action. So you can either do a minor, a move, or a standard action.
I'm going to pull out my throwing hammer.
Okay, that's a minor action, so you're done. Jalik, I believe, did not make his surprise check. No. So he is surprised. He doesn't get to go. Sorry, Jalik. You're surprised.
DM, I'll be right back.
Okay. Hatchling 2. Hatchling 2, we have, oh, there's a tiny little morsel. He's about the size of him. Oh, he just wants to love hug Jalik, and that's what he's going to do.
Oh no.
And that's a miss.
Yay.
Now, was Skaha surprised?
I was not.
Okay. So Skaha gets one action.
As we are surrounded and in melee, I will get my weapons out. Sword and a dagger.
Okay, that's your action. Next is number 3. Number 3 is adjacent to Polaris and Mirabilis, so Mirabilis gets attacked by hatchling 3. And woo, rolls a 1. Yeah, that's a Phoebe. Bob is surprised. At least, wasn't he? I think so. Yes. Bob. Bob is surprised. Badly surprised. Hatchling. Unnamed, unnumbered hatchling. Right there. Has to move. Hatchling 5. Has to move. Hatchling 7. Oh, is going to attack Skaha with combat advantage because he's flanking with Hatchling 6. So he's attacking Skaha with a flank. So combat advantage. Ooh. That indeed hits Skaha, giving him 4 points of damage. Mirabilis, was she surprised? Hello, hello. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
I can.
Yes, there is instantaneous activity of neurons to determine action undergoing. Time, now, thing.
I wasn't surprised, so do I get to move the bear and then attack?
You only get 1 action on surprise round, so that means you can either do a minor action, a move action, or a standard action. Okay, so moving the bear is a move action, I believe.
Correct.
Okay, so she's done. On to hatchling 8. Way out in the boonies here. He will move 1, 2. He will move to there, and he's done. Hatchling 9. Way up there. He moves to there, and he's done. And then we have the slowest party member, Norman. Did he make his initiative? Or his perception?
I don't think so. No one was surprised.
Norman, yeah, you're surprised. Okay, so that is it for round 1. On to round 2. Okay, so proceeding right along, we have hatchling number 4. Hatchling number 4 is going to take another claw attack at Mirabilis. Which misses. We then have hatchling number 1. Who has combat advantage on Skaha with his buddy, with his sibling, so he will attack Skaha with combat advantage. And misses. Hatchling 6 will attack Skaha with combat advantage. And misses. Wow, lucky. We're on to Dingling. Dingling has a full round of actions he can do now.
Aye.
What's Dingling going to do? He has his throwing hammer out because you took your throwing hammer out last round.
I thought I was going to throw at something very far away, but it didn't seem like.
That's what happens when you're wearing beer goggles. Your depth perception is all screwed up.
Aye. So I think I will pull back out my great axe.
Okay, that's a minor action to switch weapons.
And I will howl at him.
Okay. Who did you attack?
Can I try that again?
No, who did you attack?
I don't know.
What do you mean? Did you attack Hatchling 5 or did you attack Hatchling 9?
I didn't do anything.
Okay, so you're doing nothing in this. Who are you attacking? Did you actually swing at anyone? No, you just kind of swung at the air. Okay,
Yeah.
so you swung at the air. You're done. You missed. You hit the air. Jaylick, your turn. What's Jaylick gonna do?
Okay.
He has one adjacent to him. So, hang on. At the beginning of I forgot something. Oh, hang on. It's not Jill. We'll get to Jillick in a second. At the beginning of Dingling's turn, he's adjacent to 2 of these critters, and they have all these little spiky things, and their spikes are all constantly ganashing. And you are going to get ganashed by a couple of them.
Well, this ain't gonna end well.
Okay, so you take 2 points of damage at the beginning of your turn because you were adjacent to them.
Aye.
Okay, now we're on to Jayling. Jayling, you are adjacent to one of them.
Jalen? Really? Are you trying to pronounce my name wrong?
Jalik.
Thank you.
Okay, so Jalik takes 1 point of damage from the hatchling number 2 being adjacent to him.
Okay, what potions do I have?
Okay. So what's he going to do?
What potions do I have?
Well, did you write down which ones you made for the day?
I believe Norman did.
I sent you a list of them.
When did you do that?
It's on Discord.
I don't see it.
Okay, so obviously you don't have one prepared. What is he going to do?
One moment. Okay. Can I have Jay like move towards this one, climbing up and attacking Mirabolus.
So to move,
And
okay, so
was busy attacking Mirabolus.
in order to move away from hatchling 2, you would have to, oh wait, no, you're still adjacent to him. You would, but still, you're moving, you would have to shift without getting opportunity then. So you can shift 1 as a move action. Okay, and then you're going to help Mirabolus with number 4.
Yes.
Okay, go for it. What's he going to do?
Can I stab it in the back?
You can sure try.
Basic melee or sneak attack?
You probably want to do a probably a rogue attack, right? So either you probably want to do like maybe Death Strike. Or you can look at something else. You could do Dazing Strike.
I'm gonna use this.
There you go. And that hits. You hit armor class 15, which actually hits them for 7 points of damage. And you killed him. Woo!
Woo!
I'll just delete the token. Okay, so he did a move and a standard. He has a minor left. He's probably not got a minor.
Can I pull out one of my potions as a minor?
Yep.
What else? Which one do you have? Which one do you have though? What happened? Like gun that sorted out.
Yeah, I think we'll have to figure that out right after the encounter. Which potions you actually created.
Well, I sent you a text document with a list of the ones you had on hand.
Oh, okay.
To Discord.
Okay, I'll get that. Yeah, I'll get that later. Okay, so Jalik grabs a potion, and then we're on to hatchling number 2. Hatchling number 2. Well, he doesn't like the fact that this little gnome moved away from him. So he's gonna come after the little gnome. He's still adjacent to him. So he's gonna attack the little gnome. And misses. Skaha!
Wow, dumbass. He's gonna hit someone standing 4 feet away from him.
Well, you are quite tiny, remember. You're like only his size, so.
Yeah, okay. I guess it makes sense.
Okay, Skaha. Ooh. Wow, that actually hit 2 of them. So hatchling 1 takes 5. Not sure how you can do 0 damage, though. You might want to fix your twin strike power. I'm assuming that you're going to do a minimum of at least 1 point of damage anyway.
I neglected to indicate on my character sheet that I had a weapon in my second hand.
Ah. That's okay. It doesn't matter. You're going to do at least 1 point of damage.
It's a dagger. I will correct that now.
Okay, well, that was 2 kills. Very good. And he has a move action left. I don't think you're going to want to move, are you? Or do you want to move?
You are correct. I will remain
Okay.
now here.
Hatchling 3. Hatchling 3 is attacking Mirabilis. And misses. Bob shrieks like a little girl, shifts back to there, and as a free action, drops all the stuff he's carrying. And then proceeds to do a magic missile, shoots out of his finger. At hatchling number 2. And obliterates him.
Very curious. This creature had explosive insides.
Okay, on to Hatchling. Oh crap, we forgot. At the beginning of Skaha's turn, he was actually surrounded by 4 of them at the time. He had 4 of them adjacent to him. I'm going to give him 4 points of damage because that's what he would have taken. From all 4 of their gnashing horde. Okay, Hatchling on Skaha. Ooh, that's a hit. And Skaha is bloodied. All right, the first character to be bloodied in the party. On to Hatchling 5. He's going to keep digging away at Norman's thigh to try and like expose the fleshy matter. Because really all he can do is actually just get to Norman's ankle. He's basically just biting Norman's ankle.
Right.
Oop, wrong thing. Sorry. And that's a miss. Oh, aren't you lucky? Mirabilis. She starts adjacent to 2 of them. So that means she's going to take 2 points of damage. Okay, what's Mirabilis going to do? Woo! And then counter power. He's Hatchling 8. Oh. Hang on. You can't occupy the same square.
I'm having problems.
Yeah, you moved critters around. Hang on. I can't remember if it was Hatchling or Hatchling 3 there. Okay, well, I'll just put it back there the way it is. Whatever. Okay, so Mirabilis hit Hatchling 8. Did she? Fort of 13 just hits. Oh! And kills that hatchling. So you or your allies gain resistance to all damage equal to Constitution modifier while adjacent to your spirit companion. That's... Wow. So until the end of your next turn, anyone adjacent to your spirit companion is going to reduce damage by 3. That's really powerful. You and an ally... You or an ally within 5 squares of you gains temporary hit points equal. So either you or an ally also gains within 5 squares gains temporary hit points equal to your Constitution of 3. So who do you want to gain 3 temporary Constitution points or 3 temporary hit points? So you can either give the temp hit points to yourself or one of your party members within 5 squares of you. So who do you want me to randomly assign it, or who do you want?
It's and your allies, not or.
Who does Mirabilis want the temporary hit points to be bestowed to? Does she want it bestowed on herself, or does she want it bestowed on one of the party members?
Oh. It reads here, you, until the end of your next turn, you and your allies gain resistance to all, and it's a range 5.
Can you actually hear me? Can you hear me right now?
I can hear you, yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay, so I've already stated all that stuff. You also give 5 or 3 temporary hit points to either yourself or a party member within 5 squares of you.
Okay, Ranger.
Okay.
Yes.
So 3 temp. Skaha gets 3 temp. Okie doke. And that is Mirabilis. Next is, well, actually, Mirabilis still has a move or a minor. Although she doesn't have to spend a move or a minor. No? Okay. So she'll just stay then? That's
Wait
fine.
one, please.
What's going on?
We're just having some finding the right button.
Finding the right buttons? Okay.
She's going to heal Skaha.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Skaha gets healed for spend a healing search if you target one other than that regains. Other than the target regains 1d6 hits. Okay, so somebody adjacent to your spirit companion other than the target also regains 1d6 hits. And it has to be an ally. One ally to your spirit companion other than the target regains 1d6 hits. And I don't think there is any other ally adjacent to your spirit companion. Nope. So it just means Skaha spends a surge. Okay, She's got a move action.
Nope, she's going to stay.
Okay. Hatchling 9. Hatchling 9 up by Dingling. Attacks Dingling. And oh, natural 20 crits him for 4 points damage.
Ah, damn!
Nice.
That hurt.
And Norman, last but not least.
Use flames of purity.
Okay.
2 is right. Hang on. It's not giving me the option for selecting multiple, giving it multiple targets. So I just use it 3 times.
You didn't construct it properly then? You might need to fix it.
Okay.
Sorry, folks. We're still, because this is our actual first real playthrough, our testing, of course, testing, you don't find all the little hidden things that you missed while creating characters. So one of these things we'll just have to put up with as we go along. Just make sure that number, I guess it's set to multiple, right?
Answer.
Each enemy in blast, yeah, it'll be, no. Okay, so you don't do number of attacks multiple, it's number of attacks 1, and then the next screen is you select multiple instead of single.
Okay. Attack type.
Yeah, that's multiple. There we go. That looks proper.
I'll activate Rune of Protection.
So Rune of Protection is what kicks off. Okay.
Yes. So Skarha gets 3 hit points.
Each ally in the blast regains. Yep. So Skaha, 3 hit points. Okay. And you hit 2 of the hatchlings. You hit 6 and you hit 3. Oh, whoops, I healed the wrong guy. Let's take that back.
He'll never notice the change.
No. Too many hops. Okay, and then you killed... Oops. You killed 6 and you killed 3. Nice. Okay. Very good. Is Norman done? He has a move and a minor.
You may want to use Moon of Mending. Not sure.
Does he
Oh, wait,
need
if
to
you-
yet? Does he need
If
to
you
yet?
used, not really. If you use Moon Protection, though, then he's in that state now.
Yes, he's in a state of protection, which...
Bob, Skaha, and Dingaling get protection too. Resistance to it, everything.
So while adjacent to you, allies gain resist 2 to all damage. Wow, that's super powerful.
Right?
That's actually gonna make that's gonna make you and Dingling, or is that you too? Do you get that too?
I don't think so.
Just allies. Oh, okay. So that'll make Dingling immune to their gnashing. Okay. So if he's not going to move, then that's it for his turn. Let's go on.
The gnashing of Dingling.
Yeah, there will be no gnashing of Dingling because Norman is now protecting you. So, beginning of round 3.
Wait, did Norman take damage from that? Did he take damage from the gnashing?
Oh, yeah, he takes 1 point because he was adjacent to one. Right. Okay. So, Dingling, your turn. Beginning of your turn, you are being protected by Norman from the gnashing because you would normally take 1 point from each of them, but because of the protection, you take nothing. So he's got his axe out. What is he going to cleave with it? What's Dingling going to do?
Hatchling 9
Okay.
with a howling strike.
And you horribly missed. On to Jillik.
Okay. Can I move and then attack?
Only if you can move far enough because you're Peony. Remember, you're not in your suit right now, so your move base is 4.
Okay.
The rock, hang on. Crossing the rock like that is difficult terrain, which counts as two spaces.
Can I go around it?
You can.
So I'll go like to here.
Nope,
and then over here.
Nope, that's crossing it.
Okay then.
You'd have to move down. Yep, 1,
And there.
2,
And there.
3. There you go.
Okay. And then I will use. Can I sneak attack the bug in front of me?
You do not have combat advantage on it, so no.
Okay. I think I'll just use the same attack that I did before.
Okay.
It seemed like it worked pretty well.
And that's a miss.
Damn it.
Skaha. What's Skaha going to do?
Skaha's forgetting to press his push to talk button. As a minor action, I will get my drop my sword and dagger and get my bow out, and then I will shoot.
Okay, so as a minor, you change weapons.
Correct.
Awesome. Who's he going to shoot? Ooh. Well, we know who the damage dealer in the party is going to be. Hatchling 5 and Hatchling 9. You hit them both.
I'm the damage dealer.
And killed them both. Woo!
We all survived our first encounter. Yay!
There's
Okay,
one left.
so
What?
Skaha has a move action left. Probably not going to do anything.
The long-range artillery will remain stationary.
Bob screams like a little girl again and tells the nasty beastie to go away. Points his finger at it, and Bob points his finger at the remaining Krithik hatchling, screams like a little girl, and goes, "Be gone! Go away! Leave me alone!" And magical energy erupts from his fingers, streaks into the hatchling, and obliterates it.
Little did we know, Bob was the most powerful person in the party.
Hey, what's the #1 rule?
Don't
Kill
talk
the
about
mage
Bob.
first.
Kill the mage first. All right, woo! You succeeded. Nobody died. Couple of bloodieds, but not that big of a deal. Okay, so yay, we didn't die. Well, those were some unusual little insect critters that burrowed up from the ground.
So where's the manure?
Well, I guess you'll have to take that trail up again. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the tokens. And then you guys will take a quick 5-minute rest. And at this point, you've succeeded in getting half a milestone.
Do you mean IRL? We can take a break, or
And at this point, folks, I think this is a good time for the live stream to take a break. So there you have it, folks. We succeeded in defeating our first enemies, some insects. Yeah, not too exciting, but you know, it could have been really, really bad. Considering that, you know, they might have been wandering around in like this manure and scratching you with like manure laden claws, it could have given you like a nasty infection.
poopy claws, in other words?
Yeah, they're kind of poopy claws, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So, well, guys, we are going to call this episode here, and join us for the next live stream. It's going to be up in about another. We're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back at 2:30 with a live stream, and we're gonna continue on and see if the party can find the missing manure. The case of the missing manure. Yes, it's kind of a crappy investigation, but you know, you get what you get.
Bad jokes are bad.
Pilfer
I agree with
is
the
more
Sophie.
preferable.
Okay, guys, say goodbye to the folks, and we will say farewell for another until 2:30.
I'm leaving now.
See you soon.
Welcome back, GTI fans, to the continuing of the live stream of D&D Sunderd Earth campaign. Back, GTI fans, to the continuing of the live stream of D&D Sunderd Earth campaign. That sounded cool. Okay, so basically the party survived the last little encounter of these tiny little critters that burrowed up out of the ground while they were looking for basically evidence of where the thieves went with the stolen loot. So, yeah, and they want to find it because that's what they need to do. Well, guys, why don't we start off with what are you going to do right after you finished killing all those creatures?
Well, when they attacked us, we were searching the campsite. We didn't really finish doing that.
Shall we go back to dinner?
I think it's a bit of a mess now with the battle and
Also, does
things
anyone...
growing up and everything else. And are these edible? Could we perhaps boil them, crack them out of their shells, and enjoy the flesh?
Does anyone know anything about them?
Don't know. You can see.
What check would we use to make sure? Sorry. What check would we use to find out what they are?
I'm just going to bring one in for the info here.
Knowledge nature?
It will be a nature check. Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Well, the ranger knows everything about these. He knows these are so common. He can tell you everything about these little hatchings. He's seen them before. He's probably eaten them before.
They're hatchlings, so how big are the adults?
So they are tasty.
Yeah, they're like a cross between like a reptile and an insect. They're called crithics, or cruthic, if you really want to get more precise at pronouncing it. These in particular are just the actual hatchlings, and they must get bigger. But these, anyway, he knows that they're small natural beasts, reptiles, and they are minions. They are of heroic level, and they have a few things they can do. So they can do this. That is that aura that they were getting you with, the automatic damage while the fight was going on whenever you started your turn beside one.
Right. By the way, it says the aura does 2 damage. Like per... whatever they're called.
Yeah, these ones were not quite so tough. They were actually like really
They're
young.
hatchlings. They're not as strong.
They were like right there, hatch type thing came up.
Okay.
So yeah, they were a little bit weaker.
So we take a look at the holes they came out of.
Also they had that little claw attack. And they are really good at burrowing through the ground. But they are small. So they're not tiny. So they're actually larger than like Jalik.
Not Jalik. Stoic.
Okay, so well, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we just keep looking around here. We never really finished. Do we start even?
I agree.
Why don't you everyone roll perception checks if you're all going to search? It's probably a good idea. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? 2. You guys kind of bumble around and get in each other's way, and like you're not really much of a help to anyone, and you guys can't really work out any sort of information on what happened in the campsite.
Are there any holes like the ones they made that's already there, where the people that made the campsite attacked?
Were there any holes previously? No. Okay, so let's move on here. What are you guys going to do?
I guess I'll go look for the manure.
Continue
There's nothing to do
following
here.
the trail, looking for sign.
Okay. So at this point, you guys are going to continue on. I'm going to use this little bit of map. Just we're going to be rolling some dice here. Next part of this is going to be a few phases here. It's going to require everyone's going to have to make 2 perception checks. But first, so the first thing they're going to make, everyone is going to make a perception check. Then they're going to make a diplomacy check. Then they're going to make a perception check again. And then they are going to make an endurance check. Now, the reason is, so start with the first perception check. Everyone roll a perception check right now. You're trying to follow the trail. And you guys are like searching for, trying to find the evidence of a little nugget. That's all you're looking for. Whatever it is, you're trying as hard as you can. Okay, so we've got 3 successes. So there is a majority of you that actually come across you've found some stray pieces, and you've decided that you think you know the direction. Now the problem is only half the party is convinced of the direction at this point, on which direction that the pieces are going from. So everyone needs to make a diplomacy check to stop arguing with each other.
Did you say a diplomacy check?
Yes, a diplomacy check.
I don't see diplomacy. Okay, I found it.
Slowly. There you go.
Okay, hang on. Tiebreaker. Okay, Bob talks you guys down from getting into fisticuffs on deciding which direction to go. And so you guys determine a direction and you start following it again. Everyone make a perception check again to keep following the path. And to find, you need to find evidence of it. Actually, the majority of you decide that, yeah, the direction we need to follow is a certain way, so you keep going that direction. Another perception check again for everyone. I know, but it's hard to follow. Okay, good. Now at this point, you can do either a nature check or an endurance check, whatever your choice is. And yeah, either a nature or endurance check. What's happening is you're trying to to circumnavigate a bunch of really difficult terrain right now. Okay. Okay, with the people that weren't doing so well are guided enough by the rest of the party to keep them on track. Nice. So that means you get your you keep your strength up. You think you're following on the right track, and now we are back to you guys. Some of you want to stop for lunch. Some of you want to stop for, or sorry, some of you want to stop for dinner. Some of you want to keep going. Some of you want to, you can't really decide. You're going to have to make another diplomacy check amongst you guys.
Did we bring the corpses with us?
Did you bring the what with you?
The dead creatures.
I think you ate them, didn't you? Didn't the ranger state that he ate them?
No, I had eaten them
Oh, okay.
to find out whether they were delicious or not. But apparently they are quite tasty, so collect them in a bag and carry them along.
How big are these things?
Okay, you guys are having major problems deciding what to do, and you kind of come at an impasse. And while you're sitting there arguing, everyone roll a perception check.
GM,
What?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I got a 25 though.
Everyone roll a perception check. Okay, what we're going to do is we can just reuse this. We're just going to use the bottom section here. And I'll set you up in marching order. Okay, so you guys are walking down a pathway, it seems, and you're following the trail of little brown nuggets, and you stop and you guys can't you guys kind of want to stop to make camp for the night. Some of you want to, you just don't know what to do. You're all confused, and while you're standing around arguing, the party, or at least some of them, spot some critters coming up from the swampy areas beside them.
Ah, crap.
I just got to find where I put them. Okay, so some thorny, large, well, way larger than normal frogs. Start creeping, some thorny frogs start creeping up out of the swamp. And it looks like only a couple of you even notice. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be saying woohoo. You're about exactly the right size to be swallowed there, Gilek.
Who noticed them?
The dwarf is probably good enough to be swallowed too. You know, he's a little bit shorter than everyone else, really.
Who has noticed them?
Ah, yes. Good question. Let's see. Skaha noticed them. Mirabilis noticed them.
I'm back.
And that looks like it. Yep.
I
Skaha and Mirabilis. And roll for Jalik a perception check.
Okay. Is it a fight?
Maybe.
Yes, we're in an encounter. Encounter is what I meant.
Well, yeah, he's not paying attention either. So
I do not think that these creatures will be nearly as tasty as the ones we have collected already.
I'm drunk. I never notice things.
well, roll initiative. Everyone roll initiative. There's going to be a surprise round on this one too.
Did we not heal after the last fight?
We did not.
It doesn't look like too much damage on anyone. I think you're fine. You look fine. Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine. Okay, let me do a quick sort here. So we're going to have a round of surprise because not everyone made their perception check, and these things were slinked out of the mud and goop and were hard to spot until now anyway. Okay. Let's start this off. We've got one of the frogs appears to be the fastest. Frog 2. Well, let me measure here. Well, they can't really do much right now. It will just move forward. Okay, maybe it won't. Well, that's really weird.
So it's just gonna sit there.
Hang on. You know what happened? I put these down on. No, I just had to. I'm derping. That's all. Okay. 2. That's 5.
I've died the drunk one.
I'm trying to find where it can move to. Right there. Mirabilis. 1 action. Either a move action, minor action, or a standard action. Move action. Okay, she's done. Skaha. Same thing. 1 action. What's he going to do? Ooh, twin strikes. Let's see. Well, you missed frog number 1. But you hit. Oh. What? You had frog number 1 targeted twice.
That is correct.
Oh, right. You can do that. Yes. Okay. So you hit him once. Okay. 4 points damage. He takes it. Wham. Well, it's not a minion. Bob is surprised. Jalik is surprised. Norman's surprised. Dingaling is surprised. We're on to number 3. Frog number 3. Way over here. He moves. Thornstring Frog, unnumbered, moves up to there. And frog number 1. Moves to there. We have a new round. Frog number 2.
I was preoccupied.
What?
I was preoccupied.
Yeah, you were.
I did not mean to.
Okay, so number 2, he is going to, now he doesn't have to worry about opportunity attacks or anything from Polaris. He just can't take Polaris's spot, though. That's correct, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he will just, he is going to pounce. He will try pouncing on Dingaling. So he leaps into the air.
This ain't gonna end well.
He leaps into the air and then
And wham! Lands square in his face.
Ow!
Smoking him for 13 points of damage.
Jesus!
And knocking him prone. So he jumped up in the air, and on the way down, he smoked you in the face.
Jesus Christ!
Nobody knows who that is, so you don't have to yell that anymore. Okay. Well, that was good. We bloodied and knocked him prone. Good on him. Mirabilis, you've got a full round of actions. Let's see what she's going to do. Now, it's really interesting, folks. A spirit companion can be the focal point for a whole bunch of her spells. So she can set up kind of sort of like ranged attacks with her spells, using her spirit companion as the focal point. It's really cool. So what's she doing? Did my mic go dead?
Your mic
No,
I can hear you.
we're good. She's just deciding.
Okay. So you've got a couple of angry frogs right up there. You've got Dingling down, and he is bloodied. Ooh. Now, Mirabilis is one of these characters that can actually help party members. Look at that, a protecting strike. And each ally adjacent to your spirit companion gains temporary hit points equal to your constitution modifier. Wow, that's a solid at-will. That's huge. 7 points of damage to boot. Okay, so Frog 2 takes 7. And adjacent, is it all adjacent allies? And each ally adjacent to your spirit companion gains 3 temp. So that's 2 of them. So these 2 here get temp. Nice. Okay, so now she has this. If you guys are beside her, she threw that up so that you guys can read that, right? The spirit boon. Any ally adjacent to your spirit companion regains additional hit points equal to your constitution modifier when he or she uses second wind or when you use a healing power on him or her. So basically, if you guys are going to second wind, you might want to try and do that beside her spirit companion. Because if you do, you'll gain additional 3 hit points. So that's kind of cool.
All right.
All right.
Just to keep that in mind, she has that ability to help you out that way. So, having said that, she still has a move and a minor. I'm thinking one of her minors is probably going to be a heal again. Just a guess. The silent and mysterious Mirabilis. Mirabilis. Sorry, got to pronounce that correctly. Like in rabble. Aha. I guessed correctly. So, she is targeting Dingling with a healing spirit that will allow him to spend a healing surge. One ally adjacent to her companion other than the target also regains 1d6 hit points. So I'm assuming that's going to be Skaha because he's the only one adjacent. So I'll give him the 1d6 hit points really quick here since I'm got him selected. Now I'll show you folks this. All I got to do is click on him, click on his hit points, and then the great thing about this framework that a fellow by the name of Deviant Null made this framework, and probably the best one out there for 4th edition, in my opinion, with maptools, and it's fantastic for this version of maptools. Anyway, so all I got to do is bring that up. It brings up a wizard that pops up this window, and then I will put in the hit points healed of 1. D6, and then I hit thwack. And wham, he got he rolled a 6 on that one, so that's awesome. And Dingling gets to spend a surge. So Dingling is no longer bloodied. Woohoo! Okay, so she has a move action left. Unless she chooses not to. She doesn't necessarily have to spend all her actions. Sorry, what was that?
And no moving.
No moving? Okay. On to Skaha. What is the ranger going to do? Is he going to save everyone's ass here, or is he going to get his ass pasted? Let's see.
Does he know what these are?
I don't know. That would be up to him to see. He could make a nature check to find out. Ooh. He does indeed know what they are. They are thorn-skin frogs. Medium natural beasts. They are also aquatic and are heroic level brutes. Now, they do have a few traits.
Do they have the tasty keyword?
So you know their powers. Okay. What's he going to do? So he knows that they can do that stuff, and they are medium natural aquatic beasts.
We will quarry Thorn-skin frog 1.
Okay. Did you create a quarry power?
No.
Okay.
Silly player.
Okay, I'll just put one on him really quick, but go ahead and create a query power so that you can throw that up next time and I can just click on it. In the meantime, I'll just manually make one. Now, what color do you want your quarry?
Green.
Okay, there you go. He is quarried. That's a minor action, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you've got a move and a standard left. Oop, twin strike on frog 1. Well, it looks like one hit for sure, and the other is a miss. So, not bad. Your big damage one and your hunter's quarry damage. There we go. Nice. Okay, you gave him 13 points of damage. That's huge. And he's done unless he's doing a move action.
I will. Oh, what the heck is?
Okay, nothing was adjacent to you. Okay, that's fine. Bob again drops all your guys' stuff, screams like a little girl, and then he's got 2 of them eyeing him up by the. He thinks he's in deep trouble. He holds out his hand and blasts out a freezing strike at one of the frogs and tells it to chill. I guess he wanted it to stop. Oh, and it looks like he actually hit it. Yep, he hit it. He smoked it good. Dazing it. Very powerful. And then he runs over to here.
Guys,
What?
which ones of us are watching this stream?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else?
So, I don't have enough real estate to watch it actually. I can't even pay attention to the chat, unfortunately.
Huh.
I gotta have everything up and running in
Dingling have it
maptools
open?
and then everything else on my other screen.
Does Dingling have it open?
I don't know. Why?
I do.
Is there a problem with the live stream?
I haven't seen any.
Okay. Okay, so next up, let's see, is Jalik. What is he doing? Jalik, what are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna walk on over in Teddy
Okay.
and try and hit Thorn Skin Frog 1.
You're going to step down to there and hit number 1, okay?
No one is commenting.
Okay. And you don't even get close. You're probably like, you're probably losing your balance a bit with the, the stilts that are inside the legs of the costume, and it kind of threw you off balance. Okay. Norman.
I should probably move up, eh?
I can't really see the live stream anymore.
Okay, what?
The live stream.
I think I moved to here.
Okay.
I can't press play on it.
I'll use Rune of Endless Fire.
Okay. Ooh. Pulls out a daily. So, what does this daily do? It does
Guys,
really...
I'm pretty sure no one's watching the stream.
That's fine.
We'll upload it after, right?
It's just kind of funny though.
That's fine.
It has 3 people watching,
Uh-huh.
and that's us.
It could be. Okay, so, it doesn't look like you... Did you actually build that attack properly?
Not so. What's not working?
It doesn't look like... So it's an attack with the Warhammer, hit, effect, fire and radiant damage from the target is blinded till the... Again, well, I'm going to have to read that. Where did you get that power from? That was from...
Handbook 3.
Okay. I'm just going to look that up really quick here, folks, because I think this power needs to be modified. Okay, so yeah, you missed all the... You put the damage where the effect is. You should have had the damage up with all the... so that's all wrong. So the effect is get rid of all that stuff where it says 2 weapon strength modifier fire and radiant damage. That should have been up in the actual damage. So you need to do 2 weapons. So that's all you do is just put a 2, right? And then strength for the ability, and then fire and radiant. What you can do is just at the end of it, for the description of the damage, do fire and radiant damage, comma, and the target is blinded until the end of your next turn. Okay, and you have to make a condition for that. It has a condition, blinded.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead and do that.
That close it up.
Okay, no. Closer. You did get the strength where the strength needed to go. Now, you see where it says 2 weapon plus strength modifier fire and radiant damage? Get rid of the text that says 2 W plus strength modifier. Get rid of that where it says,
Okay.
so modifier strength down to the 2. Get rid of all that. Leave the fire and radiant in there.
Done that.
And then where it says damage dice, put in 2 instead of whatever you had.
Okay.
And that should fix it.
And the blinded condition, how long are they blinded for? Till the end of my next turn.
End of your next turn.
This way?
Ah, that looks much better. There you go. You got it. So we were just fixing one of the powers there, folks. Okay, so I think we're going to go with the original roll. I want you to actually attack with that again, though, for the proper damage.
Okay.
I know it'll show it to be used. It doesn't matter. We're just for the proper damage. Here we go. Okay. The reason is because miss half damage, right? So we needed to know what the damage was, even though that you missed.
I see.
Okay, so 14. Half of 14 is 7 points of damage. Okay, until the end of the encounter, you gain +2 bonus to damage rolls. Your attacks deal fire and radiant damage instead of the normal damage, and number of hit points and temporary hit points granted by your powers increases by 4. Oh, okay. So that's also a condition that you need to create, is that effect.
Right.
You can actually create that as a condition for yourself. And I would put that as a damage bonus condition. And
Okay, do I add it?
You can put in that entire, yeah, until the whole thing, like all that effect, all that text where it says until all the way down to 4, copy all of that into the condition description. I know it's a big line of text, but it needs to be in there. And then that condition you apply on yourself. So it actually has 2 conditions to this power. There you go. Okay. So I'll show you. You can just do an attack with it one more time. Just do an attack with it one more time. There you go. See how it spits out 2 conditions now, and both of them I can now click on. So all I got to do is target the frog. It was number 2 was the original attack.
Did it hit?
And no, it did not, because you rolled your original roll to hit was an 11. And
no, he's not blinded, is he?
And so that means that no, he's not blinded, but you did do damage, and that we determined that the proper damage is 14, so half of that is 7. So you gave him 7 points of damage. Okay, so also, but still the effect, because it's an effect, it still kicks in regardless if you hit or miss. And that effect is that damage bonus that gets applied to you. So there you go.
All right. I still have Mana Excellent, right?
I think so, yep.
I think I should use Wind of Mending on Dingaling.
He's got 12 points of damage. Okay.
And I'll use the rune destruction with it.
You're going to switch it to Rune of Destruction?
I think it ended after the last encounter, so I'm putting it back on now.
Actually, you this actually. Oh, right. You haven't cast anything with a.
Yeah.
No, whatever. You're still running whatever rune you were until you're done, right? Until you switch it.
I don't know. I think it ends after an encounter. But
okay, okay, that could be true. Okay, so you're going to use the Rune of Protection. Okay.
The destruction.
Destruction. You need channel in and burst gain +2 power bonus to damage rolls. Okay. Bonus until the end of your next turn. So the destruction is the curse one, right? Okay.
Okay. Not sure, but we'll go with that
I think so. I think the query was the protection and the curse was the destruction. I think so. I think that's how we did all that. Okay.
Okay.
So Dingling gets the curse union burst. He's the only one that. Oh, it's a burst 5. That means like everyone in the party. Pretty much.
That's right.
Yeah, I think, yeah, everyone in the party. Okay. But the recipient is the only one that can spend the surge. Okay, so let's spend the surge. Okay, good. He's only got 5 points of damage now. And that means everyone gets the bonus. +2 power bonus to damage rolls until the end of your next turn. Okay. There we go.
I think it's it for me.
Okay, so let's move along to Dingling. He is prone.
I'm here.
I'm assuming you want to stand up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fell out of my chair.
As a move action, I will remove the prone on you. Okay, so he's got a standard and a minor. Now keep in mind, you get a +2 bonus to damage until the end of your next turn.
All right. I will attack Thornskin Frog 2. It's payback for jumping on my face.
Oh, and you were just completely pathetic. It's hard to be drunk in a hero, isn't it?
Very much so.
Well, okay, let's move along after that pathetic display.
A single attack yet?
Have what?
Has Dingling hit a single attack yet?
I don't think he's successfully rolled anything yet. Okay, so moving right along to frog number 3. He's dazed. All he gets is one action. Well, that action is going to be one, two. Oh, you are just too far away. But you're not too far away for him to pounce on you. So he leaps into the air and is allowed to shift 1, 2, 3. Right there. And tries to knock the stuffing out of you.
Isn't Jalik actually the stuffing?
Well, I was metaphorically speaking, right? Okay, so your big stuffy gets popped. Oh, it found a way to get to you inside your little costume. He's got a thorny, raky bite. He actually got you with a claw, to tell you the truth. Poked you. But unfortunately, you're going to take some damage. And he also knocked you down. So that means the whole apparatus, you are knocked over. Well, that was fun. Now, how long does that last for, that dazed? And to Bob's next turn. Okay. Thorn-skinned frog, unnumbered, all the way down here at the bottom. Let's see what he can do. He's gonna pounce, leap into the air. Yeah, he's got it. Okay, so he leaps into the air. 1, 2, and lands there, pouncing on Dingling. With combat advantage. Oh, and misses. Aren't you lucky? Wow. Thorn-skinned frog 1. Well, he is got a query against him. Well, that doesn't restrict him in any way. Okay. Well, we've got a little Jalik there that's looks like a nice little Tootsie Roll on the ground. And I think he wants to take a bite to see if he can get to the crunchy center. Or I think it's the soft, chewy center, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna bite through the crusty shell
There you go.
into the
Oh,
soft,
good.
chewy center. Ouch. He found that soft, chewy center. That hurt. Right through your suit. Bit right through your suit into you. Sharp, spiky teeth.
Ow.
And that is it for the round. New round.
Are these things lit to fire by any chance?
You don't know. He didn't roll good enough to know that.
Was it native stack? I can make one too.
Yep.
On my turn.
So, beginning of round 3. Let's see if I can successfully kill somebody. There seems to be a real tasty little Tootsie Pop in the middle of the frogs there. It looks like he might get bitten in two. I don't know if they're going to share him, though. He'll probably just swallow him whole. Well, right now we have frog number 2 is in a combat advantage situation flanking with the other frog on the other side of Dingling. So let's bite him. Oh, let's see. Does it get this back? No, he didn't. And, ooh, that just hit. What is Dingling wearing? Ah, hide armor. Okay. Yep. Yep, you only got a 12 dexterity. Okay. Yep, that's right. So, he actually got you. That's too bad. You take 15 points of damage.
Am I dead?
No, that was
He's attacking Dingling.
Dingling.
Oh, okay.
Dingling is dead.
No, Dingling just got
Now
bloodied.
Klaus.
Meh.
Okay. How much health do I
He's
have?
2/3 dead.
I only have 8 hit points left.
Yeah,
Oh my
you're
God.
hurting. You're hurting. Well, it looks like it's going to be blow off all your dailies now, eh, guys? Do something. You guys are going to have to do something very constructive to get out of this, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mirabolous. We need a miracle from you at this point. Looks like she moves back one. Okay. As we anticipate something that's going to save the parties behind. We'll see what kind of impressive display of heroic thingy she can do.
Typing.
Ooh, big daily. Spirit of the Healing Flood. Doesn't that sound fun? Let's see what it does. The Spirit of the Great Flood appears, a being of storm-tossed water. Its essence sustains your allies and drowns your foes. Very cool. So, what does it do? It's a burst 5 from her. Really?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a burst 5 from her, not her spirit companion. That's interesting. Oh no. Okay. Gain regeneration 2 while bloodied. Okay. As a minor action, a character can end this effect and regain 10 hit points. That's cool too. Very, very cool. Okay. So it looks like it did some damage here.
Did you count the damage bonus?
Did it what?
Is that counting the damage bonus to do 10 damage? Or
is it counting? I couldn't make it out.
is that counting the damage bonus from
the bonus?
Yes, from the Rune of Mending.
Yes, she just needs to use it again.
Well, oh right, yeah. The Rune of Mending does the yeah. She's doing 2 + 2 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that did not include it by the look of it, because I'm looking at it's no. Okay, I'll add that in.
Yeah. We're discussing, I think, 2 different things.
No. She has his effect on her that adds +2 to damage this round for her.
Also, her spirit boon.
Yeah, that's a separate thing. We're just talking about his the condition that's on her right now was actually applied by Norman. And that's giving her +2 damage. Okay, so that was number 2. You missed all the others, unfortunately. It's this one. So he would have taken 13.
Actually, nobody's in the Rune of Destruction state, which means it would take an extra 1 damage on top of that. The frog 2.
What?
Norman is in the Rune of Destruction state, so any enemy next to him takes an extra 1 damage.
Really?
Or
Okay.
allies get a +1 bonus to attack rolls. No, attack rolls against enemies that are next to him. So, never mind. Wait, does that count?
Well,
as damage?
I'm not sure which. Hang on. Let me just apply this really quick. I'm not sure what you're talking about right now. Which power are you talking about that you have?
He used the destruction ability of Rune of Endless Fire, so he went into the Rune of Destruction state, which means allies get a +1 bonus to attack rolls against enemies that are adjacent to you or any other rune priests who are in this rune state.
Okay, so that's attack rolls. Yeah, it doesn't apply to this because she's like way super far away from you.
Right. I think the idea is the allies get a bonus attacking anyone next to him, next to Norman.
Right, but what I'm saying is she's way up there. It doesn't apply to the attack.
If I'm reading it right, it applies to any attack against an enemy. It doesn't really matter where the ally is. The enemy takes more damage, or it's easier to hit. From how I understand it, but I could be wrong.
Oh, allies gain against enemies that are against enemies that are adjacent to you. Okay, so it is. She gets +1 to hit then. Okay, I think that still misses. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't change. It's still even with her +1 to hit, she missed. So when you're in your Rune of Destruction state, that means that everyone has to remember that when they see that mark on him, that specific Rune of Destruction state mark, everyone gets +1 to hit against anything adjacent to him. So that's kind of cool. So he gave her that on that attack. He actually gave her +1 to hit and +2 on damage. Which still, the damage I applied is still the correct damage, 13 points. Okay, let's move on. Now,
Well, then why did
Interrupt, please. On top of the healing flood, Mirabilis then uses her at-will spirit boon, providing 3 points of healing, or 3 points, yes, 3 points of healing to any allies adjacent to her spirit companion, which would be the 2 bloodied guys on our team.
I gotta give everyone the polymorphed state. Hang on. I just saw that. It's a condition that's applied to everyone.
Which, to remind everybody, we use the polymorphed because there's no token marker for regeneration.
Okay, so everyone has that polymorphed token. So that polymorph token is going to regenerate 2 while bloodied, or you can spend that polymorph token to instantly heal 10. Okay. So
I also seem to recall, if you look at the power, that they can make that choice in subsequent rounds to convert the regen to 10 points. Please check.
yeah, so at any time, as a minor action, a character can end this effect on him or herself to regain 10 hit points. So regardless if they're bloodied or not, as a minor action, they can spend a minor and consume the effect, the condition, and it will heal them for 10 hit points. Okay, so that's good. That's awesome. So that was a...
Also, she used her spirit boon again, granting 3 more hit points to any damaged ally adjacent to her spirit companion.
Right, so that kicks off again. Okay, so I'm guessing she's about to heal somebody then.
Healing keyword in the spirit of the healing flood.
Okay, well that's awesome. Healing power. So that means they instantly actually heal right now because it's when you use the healing power on them.
Yep.
So they instantly
It's the
heal 3.
frosting with the cherry on top.
Yeah, it's very cool. So nice. So that means adjacent to your spirit companion, 3 hit points. Okay. There we go. Nice. Unbloodied dingling, that 3 hit points. Wow, there's a lot of triggered stuff from those 2 characters, I tell you. This is going to be a complicated party to run.
Sorry.
Lots of stuff to remember and track. Wow. Okay. Okay, so thank God we got maptools doing that for us. What else does she want to do? That was a standard. And then she did that's just a free action.
Free action.
So she's still got a move and a minor.
I still got a move and a minor?
You don't have to spend them.
Come up with an idea.
What has she got left?
We're just inspecting whether an action point to get another attack is a good
try the
idea.
Sunderd Earth.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go see where the next player went. He's not here.
Okay.
Be back in a minute.
Well, she still has 1 healing spirit left. She still has the 1 healing spirit left, and that's a minor action.
Can I move?
Yep, you've got a move and a minor because you did a standard action. Ooh, you're going to step up to one of these things. Okay. Okay. Or you're not going to. Okay, so you're going to just step over to there? Aha. Doing the healing spirit on Jalik. Okay, so Jalik gets to actually heal. Now he's going to get the boon. So that's an additional 3. And actually, no, that's everyone gets 3, right? Boom. Everyone gets 3.
With him. Don't argue with him.
Everyone adjacent to the polar bears.
Yeah. Yeah, it's everyone. Is it just adjacent? Yeah, okay. So I'll do that first. Okay, and then Jalik gets to spend a surge.
I'm back. I couldn't really get to him. He's busy right now.
Okay.
He'd like either me or you to take over to look for now.
Okay. And then what else? So that was that, and then the additional D6 of damage on an ally adjacent to Polaris. So I'm thinking Dingling, you'd probably want him to get the additional D6 at this point because it can't be Jalik. It has to be, and Dingling's the only damaged one. Okay, so Dingling gets the 2 hit points healed from that. Wow, that's actually really effective with all the with the stuff, the extra hit points being healed around and everything. It actually kind of it really distributes a lot of healing around.
I'm not just another pretty face.
Well, I think the party's lucky, let me tell you.
Come and join our quest. Here, we'll start you with something simple. The most complicated character I have ever seen.
Yeah, I would say shamans are right up there in complexity for sure. Okay. So she did a move, she did a minor, she did a standard. She's done unless she wants to spend an action point. Which, by the way, will give you, if you spend an action point, you will get a standard action.
Do you want to do that?
Do you have any suggestions?
I don't know. Nobody's bloodied right now. You've kind of shored up the problem, really. I mean, it might be something that you hang on to for when you need it real bad, like a second wind or something.
I'll wait.
Okay. Off to Skaha. What's the ranger going to do? I guess he'll switch to melee weapon would be my guess. Oh, shifts back one, right? I'm assuming that was a shift.
Correct. Stay on target.
So, are you going to switch your quarry, or are you going to... Okay. Now, remember, you're still at +2 on damage.
Does that apply twice here?
Would well, isn't it till the end of the round?
I mean, he's got making 2 attacks to do +2 on both of them.
I'm pretty sure it does.
So +4 then.
Well,
I
no,
neglected
he missed
to
on
add that one, so the lower roll is a 14.
No, it's it's damage. Damage. +2 on damage.
Okay.
And then the other one was against adjacent creatures to Norman, and it's not adjacent to Norman. So you're only getting the +2 on damage. You missed one of them, and the one that you got with a 20 will actually take 10 points of damage. So you hit him once for 10. That's not bad. And then quarry damage. Oh, you bloodied him too. Ooh, wow. Big quarry damage. Whoa, that killed him. That killed him. Oh, you spent an action point?
Yes, but I didn't get the second attack yet.
Okay,
I
well,
was
the action
going
point
to
gives you a
hit-
standard action.
I was going to hit him again if he didn't go down, but he went down. So
Well, you still got a miner. You can re-quarry and shoot somebody else, I guess. Because you did a move action and a standard. You just acquired another standard by spending your action point. So you still have a minor and a standard left. So you can query one of them, I guess. Quarry one of them.
we will select the nearest one, which of course is our obligation.
No, do not move that, please. Thank you.
Finger slip, sorry.
I might have to lock you guys down from not moving the monsters. That's not even possible. Oh, I see. Yes, it is. Yeah, no damage. Right. Okay. Oh, you know when you can do that, you can select the power and just do no attacks, conditions only, and then it won't throw up that hit with damage.
Idiot error.
Okay, so that was a minor. You still have the standard that you acquired through your action point. Well, you killed one of them, so there's two party members that were bloody but are no longer bloodied. Not that Jalik still isn't out of the woods, it's just that you just killed one of them that was horribly disfiguring him. So I'm assuming you're going to do something like Twin Strike again? I assumed correctly. And because it's still, you still have that effect, remember you're still at +2 on damage.
Entered this time. Wait a minute.
What? That's impossible because you would have done more damage. Your second attack is not selecting the proper weapon or something. Or you have damage, you don't have the correct damage, it should be just 1 for
I
damage
used the
dice.
melee version. Apologies. We'll try it again.
Oh yes, you used the wrong version. Okay.
And I forgot the +2.
Yes, you did. You forgot the +2.
6 and 7.
Okay, let's. I can piece together this derp into something usable, though, at least. So that was actually a full pull on him, so that would be 9 + 4 is 13 points of damage. Oh, that's really good. Okay, so he took 13, and you are done. You got no more actions left. Bob. He's doing +2 on damage right now. Okay. And he's got regen, but he doesn't need it. Okay. Bob continues to scream like a little girl. And will also probably attack the closest one. Actually, let's go a little mini explosion of fire. Or can he? No, he can't. No, he doesn't. Again, a missile shoots out of his finger at the closest frog. Actually, yeah. Actually, he wants to repel it even further away. He's not going to do a magic missile. You see, he waves his hand, and a ghostly phantom bolt streaks towards the frog. That's unnumbered. Okay.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
Woo! Oh, I forgot to put in the extra damage. Okay, so Bob smokes that frog. That means it'll take 10
Hello?
points. Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
You missed yourself getting healed.
Oh, that's good. Sorry I left. I was just
That's okay.
off talking to my parents.
Okay. So he is bloodied. Woo! And he also gets slid. And he'll slide him further away from himself. What's the furthest direction away from himself would be straight that way. Okay, Bob's done. Jalik.
Okay.
He's prone. You're knocked on the ground. Do you want to stand up?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, that's a move action. So you spend your move action. You are now
Can I hit
standing.
something?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that dazed one is no longer dazed.
What's magic weapon dagger?
Well, you issue it says your attack issues a hust of magical energy that enhances the weapons of allies close to you. So basically, you attack with you attack it, and each ally adjacent to you gets +1 power bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls equal to your Constitution. Oh, and a bonus to damage equal to your Constitution or your Wisdom till you're in your next turn. So what is your Constitution or Wisdom? You got a +2 on your Constitution and a +1 on Wisdom, so you could do +2. So they would get +1 to hit, +2 on damage.
I'm gonna hit the.
You're gonna attack one. Okay, nice. So that's the bloodied one. You hit for 4 points. Oh, did you incorporate the plus? No, you wouldn't have. You're actually doing +2 on damage right now because of Norman this round. So I'll add that in. So you actually did 6 points to him.
Nice.
Okay, and that means everyone else is at an additional adjacent to you. So who else is adjacent to you? Just Dingling. So Dingling gains an additional +1 to hit and +2 on damage until the end of his next turn. Wow, so Dingling's like pumped right now. And I guess you're done? You're done.
Okay. Yes, I'm done.
What just happened? I tried to look at his thing and
What? What did you just do?
I clicked on the attack bonus thing. I went to read that.
Oh, yeah, no, you gave yourself something. Hang on.
You dummy.
Oh, no, yeah, do that. That's fine. Actually, no. That's exactly what you need to do. That is what everyone gets is the attack bonus. Here, I can...
But I'm not in range there, am I?
What? What's that?
I'm not in range, I don't think. Am I?
No, you're not. It should have been just Dingling. And I'm going to take that away from you. Yeah.
What's happening?
Okay, so Jalik is done, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. Norman.
I'll use Word of Sealing on Frog 2.
And you're going to stay as Ruin of Destruction then?
Yes. So the first time he attacks or misses me or an ally next to me before the end of my next turn, he'll take 3 damage.
Okay. So that is the Curse White on... Yeah, you hit too. Big damage. Let's apply the damage first. So okay. You got everything in there. 9 points. Well, 9 points. 9 points killed him. Okay. You killed him.
Alright. I think that's it. I could spend an action point and use Flames of Purity. Are we going to take a rest after this fight?
Yes, we will.
I guess I'll do that then. How do I spend an action point? Just act?
Yeah, just click on the action point itself and it'll, yeah. Okay, so you get a standard action.
I'll use Rune of Destruction still. So,
Okay.
Dickling and Zillick each get +3 bonus to damage. And my turn is ending, so they lose the +2 bonus.
Yeah, everyone loses the +2. So let's get rid of that. But they pick up the new one. So that was, who gets that again?
Dingling and Zillick.
And Jalek. Okay.
I still have a move action, right?
Yep.
I'll move up here. And I think I'm done then. Unless I can move up further.
Well, you could move around if you wanted. You move 1, 2, 3,
Can I move
4,
here?
5. Yep, you can move there. Yep. Yep.
I'll do that then.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, could I go here actually instead?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm done then.
Everyone else loses that bonus. Okay. Nice. Okay, and the only 2 people with a new bonus is the 2 people marked now. Good. So are you done then?
I'm done. Do they do the damage?
Oh, right. Hang on. You hit 3. It actually hit both of them. Ouch. That was huge. You just killed the other one. So you killed 2, gave your buddies a bonus, and moved up.
Yep, I'm done now.
Okay. Ding-a-ling.
I'm here.
There's only 1 left alive, and it's bloodied. I'm going to get rid of these corpses. Hang on.
Thank you. We'll move up
Okay.
and use Howling Strike.
Nice. Okay, you were actually at plus, what was it again? +1 to hit, +2 on damage? +3 damage.
I thought he had a bonus from something else too.
He's got the other stuff going on too. That's regen. And then that attack bonus is an empty one. Hang on, let's take a look. Yeah, you get +1 to hit, +2 on damage from Jalik. So that means you've got +3 on damage from Norman, +2 on damage from Jalik. That would have been +5 on damage. And your Howling Strike is not created correctly, I don't think. It is not.
What?
It is not created correctly. Okay, let's take a look. I'll bring up the actual book here. And that's Barbarian. That would have been number 2, right? Okay, Howling Strike says it's 1 weapon plus 1d6 plus strength modifier. So what I'll do is I'll fix this for you, and I'm going to show the folks the framework. I'll go into his Howling Strike power. I'm going to click on the edit function. From here, this is the first screen when you're creating a power in the framework. And he's got everything in there correctly. So the hit is part of, oh, this is supposed to be melee weapon. Melee weapon. And this takes us to the hit and damage screen. And this is where he missed the, okay. Okay, I found the problem. You had put where it says damage dice, you put all the, you went 1 weapon plus 1d6. You can only put in a single number there or a amount of dice, a specified amount of certain type of dice. So for you, if you just want to do 2 weapon there or 1 weapon there, all you do is put in a 1. So I'm going to put in a 1. And then for the bonus damage, it goes in after the strength mark here on this box here. Okay, so that will add the extra 1d6 damage. And there is a special when charging. You can use it in place of a melee attack. If you are raging, you can move 2 extra squares as part of the charge. So that's really cool. So if you're raging, you can use that as a charge attack. And you actually get to move 2 extra squares if you're raging. That's really cool. Okay, so that should have it fixed now. Okay, so that you did hit and did damage, but what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to roll the attack again, and this time you're actually at +5 on damage, so you're going to add an additional 5 damage, and it'll be the correct damage then. So go ahead, roll your Howling Strike again. Don't worry about target or anything. We just want to get the damage. See, that looks better. There you go. You did not add the 5 damage, though. You did not add the extra 5 damage.
Add the 5 damage.
That's okay. I'll add it in. I'll add it in.
Thank you.
So you can see you actually rolled an 11 on the d12. You got +2 because that's your strength modifier, and then you rolled a 1 on the d6 portion. So that actually wasn't even actually close to max damage. Max damage for you on that is 20 points of damage without critting. And then with that extra +5, wow, that's actually really good. So right now you're going to do 19 points to him. Against Frog 3, 19 points. Wham! You like pulverize him. You literally cut him in half. You gutted him. Well, interesting. Frog guts everywhere. Nice. But you succeeded. You killed him. Yay! You live.
So what can we do with the corpses?
Well, reduce, reuse, recycle. There's 4. I just deleted them for now, but you're going to have to figure out something to do with them. Unless you don't want to. Unless you just want to leave them there to rot. Is that what you want to do?
I want to eat the frog I killed.
Are they
Okay.
edible?
Probably.
It's probably poisonous because it's a frog.
Not necessarily. Most frogs are edible.
If you cook them right.
Huh?
Have we all made checks to know? Have we all made nature checks?
Well, sure. You could.
I was going to, but I forgot to, so I'll do it
Go
now.
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, do a nature check. You have no clue.
Nature check. Nature check.
Does anyone else know anything about
I will do a
these
nature
frogs?
check.
Oh, actually, Dingling.
Oh,
Dingling says that he's heard of them before, and they might be edible.
Keyword might.
Has Marvelous done a nature check? Or Bob?
Oh, fine. Bob puts down the pile of stuff. And I'll go kind of look at him.
Some frogs are poisonous.
Bob says, yeah, they taste like chicken.
oh yeah.
Can Zilik use the clips or anything? He's an alchemist, right?
Yeah. Can he use the what?
The corpse. The corpses for anything, the frogs.
Probably the spiky thorns on their back he could probably use for some of the mundane effects in 1 or 2 of his potions, I'm sure.
So, can we carry all these things?
That's
They are smelly.
that's probably gonna be well, I don't know, between the party, yeah, probably. You probably could. But you guys are gonna have to I mean, if you're gonna what are you going to do? Are you going to clean them?
We were going to take a rest so we could do something.
Yeah, let's clean the little bastards.
Okay, so what you can do is you can either have one person running the show to try and get as much meat and hide and bits out of them that you can without destroying it. Or you can do a free-for-all and everyone can give it a shot.
Who has the highest nature skill? Or whatever skill be used.
Yeah, it's nature skill for sure. It's a nature check.
Who is highest in that?
Well, the ranger's probably pretty damn good.
Bob, we're all pretty high. What's his skill?
His skill is 5.
Skaha 10, Mirabilis 8.
I think it's the ranger. I'm pretty sure the ranger is the foremost authority on nature in the party. No,
Right, but
no offense to the living plant, but
other people can assist him though, right? Other people can aid him in the check.
yes, if you
Check
choose
that
to go that
route.
route. If you choose to go
One
that
can-
route, you can. Anyone that's trained in nature can give him an aid check.
What's Marable's
Bob and Mirabilis.
You can give it an untrained check too, but then there's more of a chance of destruction.
What do you mean?
The difficulty goes up because then he has a bumbling idiot trying to help him. It's actually can be a deficit. I don't know if you've ever trained a bumbling idiot before, but they actually you get less done than if you had just one person.
Okay. What about Dilek? Does he know anything about nature?
I believe I have a +1 in nature, but I'm not trained in it.
Yeah, he's like the most useless in the whole party when it comes to nature. Remember he's like this guy that likes old technology.
The record-keeping OCD person has a matrix of all skill sets, trained and untrained, and all languages. This makes it much faster, especially if someone's absent from their character.
What?
I have a list of everyone's skills and who has the max scores.
Ian, where?
Oh, okay. So what's going on then? What?
What's going on is that Skaha is doing the butchering with some help from Mirabilis, and the other
Not
part.
helping.
Not helping. Not helping.
Alrighty then.
It doesn't
And-
sound like the tree girl wants to cut up frogs for you.
And the rest of the party can stand around and be handed pieces when they're taken, and they can deal with the wrapping the meat up and hucking it in their backpacks. And oh, I think I would like that organ, and can you harvest the spines? And here's the skins. Blah blah blah. You ever seen anyone shear a sheep? There's one person shearing, one person catching, one person picking up the fleece, and several other people possibly picking up fleeces too.
Okay. Okay. So you do a basically assembly line with you running the knife. Okay. So who's helping then as an aid check?
We are looking for a nice place to camp.
What would you have to be trained in or good at to
The
help?
only other people trained in nature are Bob and Mirabilis.
No.
So are you asking Bob to help you?
Is it a risk that he gets a little nick on his finger and he's down? Yes, of course I'm asking him to help me.
Fine. Okay. He'll come help with the evisceration and all the other stuff that goes along with it. And oh my God, he tripped. He tripped and he cut himself, giving himself a point of damage.
Oh no!
Okay.
Bob killed Bob!
Well, that was fun. Until next time, guys, I think this is probably because we're running into almost, it's about 20 to 5. Let's call it here, and we will pick up next session with dealing with the after effect of the fight. And there we go. We have the party survives this beautiful landscape here. And stay tuned next Sunday, same time, same place, 12:30 start. We are going to see if they can find what they are looking for, and what they are looking for is they probably really don't want to look for it, I would assume, but you know, I know it's a real crappy investigation, but that's the way it goes.
Your puns get better and better.
Yeah, well, shit happens. Until then, guys, we're going to sign out, and you guys have yourselves an awesome day. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Blessings of safety until you next encounter this insane party.
Oh my God. Ciao for now.